In 1969, Neil Armstrong made history by being the first man to set foot on the moon. As he stepped out onto the surface, his heart was pounding with excitement. He looked around, and for a moment, the vast lunar landscape was all he could see. But then his gaze fell on something that would change the course of human history forever. Out in the distance, he saw a strange, glowing object. At first, he thought it was just a mirage or a trick of the light, but as he got closer, he could see that it was something else entirely. He strained his eyes, trying to make out what it was, and then it happened. From inside the object, he saw a group of small figures emerge. They were unlike anything he had ever seen before. They had strange, bulbous heads, huge eyes, and long, spindly limbs. Neil was stunned. He never would have believed that there could be life on the moon. Yet here it was, right in front of him. He cautiously approached them, trying to make sense of what he was seeing. But the aliens seemed to sense his presence, and they began to move in his direction. Neil froze. He had never felt so afraid in his life. He had no idea what these creatures were capable of. But to his surprise, as they got closer, he realized that they were not hostile. In fact, they seemed to be attempting to communicate with him. Through some kind of telepathy, they conveyed to him that they had been sent to monitor the humans' moon landing. They explained that they had been observing Earth for centuries, and were fascinated by the way humans had managed to develop technology so quickly. They wanted to know more about us, and were eager to share their own knowledge with us as well. Over the next hour, Neil spoke at length with the aliens, learning about their technology and culture. They shared with him insights that could take humanity decades to discover on our own. And when they were ready to leave, they offered him a gift. It was an object that would allow him and his fellow astronauts to travel through space with incredible speed, and explore new worlds like never before. As the aliens returned to their spacecraft and took off into the sky, Neil was left in awe. He knew that the world would never be the same again. He had seen things that would change the course of human history forever, and he knew that they were only the beginning. From that day forward, scientists all over the world turned their focus to space exploration, driven by the idea that there might be more intelligent life out there waiting to be discovered. Inspired by Neil's encounter with the aliens on the moon, humanity began a journey that would take us to new galaxies and help us to learn more about the universe than we ever thought possible.